We're doing more Eminem. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Review Season 9. I'm back with another gosh darn dang episode. Today we got a good show for you because we're covering more Eminem. Eminem dropped his new album, The Death of Slim Shady. We're going to be doing an album review later down the week. But for now, we're going to do a couple of track reviews and some of the tracks that I definitely want to check out and review and stuff like that. And yeah, today we got a new song by Eminem. It's called Brand New Dance. And this is one of the middle half of the record. We're getting into kind of the middle half of the album. And this is where it starts to pick up a little bit, but it starts to pick up a little bit. That's all I'll say. But Break New Dance, maybe it's not called that. Brand New Dance. Sorry. Brand New Dance. Let's talk about it. Let's go over it. I'm going to give you my full review. Yeah. I got a couple of points I want to get off my chest before we get started. So my first point that I really enjoy about this song is that the beat has definitely got this kind of funky, kind of groovy kind of vibe. And I do enjoy that. You know, it's got this kind of old kind of feel to it, but it's overall pretty good. It's got a nice groove to it. It sounds good. All that type of stuff, and I really, really enjoy that. My only thing, though, is that I really don't like the sound effects and the beat. I just feel like it throws it all off. Like, to be honest with you, even though, yeah, we're trying to go for that kind of Slim Shady old kind of vibe, I guess you can say, can we just, like, take these sound effects out the way? Like, I don't care, you know? I know people care. I don't think anybody was like, you know, Slim Shady. If he's bringing Slim Shady back, you better have, you know, the background sound effects in the beat to make it funny or something. You know, it does not need that at all. So I don't know why. I don't know why they're there. You know, it just kind of throws off the whole entire beat. And it kind of also makes it where I'm like, I don't want to get caught listening to this. Like, even though the beat hits, it's like all these, like, it's just one of those things where it's like an Ice Spice song, you know? It's like Ice Spice's, like, fart sound. Like, even though it's got, like, a groovy, bouncy beat, like, you're not going to catch me listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't, I don't care, you know? But yeah, that's my only point. Let's get into this review. I'm not going to waste too much time here. Let's talk about the beat for Brand New Dance. The beat's pretty nice. It's got some nice funk to it. It sounds really good. This beat's kind of got that kind of old school vibe. I love the bass here. I think it really stands out. The production's also really fun, and it grooves, you know. But my only thing, too, you know, the only thing that I don't like is the sound effects and stuff. That's one of the things where I'm like, nah, I'm not really messing with that, you know. I think there's definitely some good production choices there, but I also feel like also some of the things, like adding in these kind of cringy kind of sound effects in the beats, just does not make it enjoyable at all, and it kind of throws off the whole beat, to be honest with you. And, you know I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, like, oh, this is the old Eminem, you know, you wanted the old Eminem back. No, guys, look, you can have the old Eminem sound back or whatever, but just try to keep the corniness out there like that, you know. When it's too corny like that, when it's corny where I'm like, I don't want to get caught listening to this, it just makes it an unenjoyable experience. Even if the beat's good, there can be some things in the beat that I'm like, these kind of just throw off the whole beat, though. And that's also one of the things where I'm like, man, I kind of wish he would just let this beat do his thing. You know, the production's really groovy, the production's really fun, but it just, oh my god, it's just the sound effects. I swear to God, the voicemail talking for like a minute, for like 30 or 40 seconds. It's just like, can we get on? Like, I get it. You're going to get canceled. But can we move on? Can we get to the song, you know? But yeah, the hook is alright. It's definitely one of those it'll grow on you type of hook. It's got that kind of old Eminem terrible singing. You know, I'm one of those that, you know, don't care too much about the old singing, the Eminem singing. I know that a lot of people call Eminem singing like guilty pleasure and all that stuff. Like, oh yeah, maybe it's on a technical level it's bad, but it gets stuck in your head or whatever. I'm one of those people that I just don't care about the Eminem singing at all. And every time Eminem sings, I just roll my eyes. I'm just like, okay, it's whatever. I don't care too much about the old Eminem singing. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not shaking in my boots. I'm going like, oh my lord, the old hooks are back. I'm so excited. The old Eminem hooks are back. Now, I'm not one of those people that care about that stuff, to be honest with you. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, it's there. I don't care for it, but it's overall okay. The verses are pretty good. It's kind of got some nice flows, good flow switches. Eminem sounds good here. It's just Eminem having pretty much fun. And that's what I definitely enjoy, even though the hook is kind of whatever. The beat's pretty good, but it's got some things that I just don't really care for. Even with all of that, I do still enjoy that, Eminem's coming on here and just having fun. Fun flow switches. He's riding on the beat pretty good. He kind of kills it there and that kind of thing. And I overall really enjoy that. And I honestly wish there was more of that in this album. This overall album just kind of, just gets stuck into the whole, oh, I'm going to get canceled. It gets stuck in that, when there's like tracks like Brand New Dance, where there could be some more fun tracks. If it was just him having more fun on these tracks, it would have been more enjoyable. Like Houdini. Houdini is just a fun track. Even though that I've complained about Houdini, Houdini is a fun track. Brand New Dance is a fun track. And it's just kind of weird that, there's only a couple of these kind of fun tracks, and the rest of the album is just kind of a slog to get through. I just don't understand it, Also, another thing, I wonder why. I wonder why he was very hesitant. It feels kind of hesitant to bring the old, Slim Shady voice back. He brings it a couple of times throughout the album, and when he does bring it there, it sounds really good. It sounds good. When he starts flowing like he used to, I mean, it just hits. It hits really hard. And I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of puzzled when I listen to this album, and it just kind of feels like a 50-year-old complaining, 50-year-old complaining about everything. When there is some moments where Eminem jumps into that old Slim Shady character, and he could be saying the worst things in the world. But if it comes off like contagious, it comes off like exciting flows, it comes off exciting, he's writing on these beats and stuff like that. If it comes off like that, I could care less what he's saying in the song if it sounds good. But it feels like he uses this very less, and it's kind of confusing, because isn't this the whole concept of the album? Isn't this the whole entire concept of the whole project? Why would you be using this character less and less, or using this character sparingly? If you're going to do this, go all in. And it just kind of feels like you don't go all in. This is only one of the songs that have that kind of vibe to it, have that kind of old Eminem feel to it. And it's just like, why didn't you do this more? Like, why? It's just very confusing. And, it just doesn't make sense. Maybe he needed more time. Maybe it's really hard to jump into the old Slim Shady character. That's understandable. But, hey, he's already rich and successful. He could have taken as much time he wanted off this album, You're not in a rush to make this album, If you needed more time, to cook more, that would have been a lot better, because there is some moments to shine in this album. But, guys, overall, the production's pretty good. The hook is, nothing to die for, nothing to make me go like, oh my lord, I'm so excited. But the hook is pretty decent. And the verses, they're definitely there, they're definitely there. So overall, I'll probably give the song a 6 out of 10. So 6 out of 10, what you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know, let me know. Thank you so much for listening. Guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcasts at, make sure you follow, make sure you turn on notifications, because, guys, I'm dropping new content every day of the week, of the weekend. We're dropping music reviews all weekend, all week. So make sure you stay tuned. We got more Eminem reviews coming. We got some more stuff coming up. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye.